going to do something very different on Madden, and I want to do more football team content. So this is Football Saturday. Now, this is what I made up in my imagination. I'm gonna pray for a second. So I will randomize each of these sides. Whoever takes home will take home. Whoever takes away will take away. And yeah, so it'll be every 5 minutes for each quarter. So just about every match we would get 20 minutes for each team. So it's something different and all that. Alright guys, so y'all guys get, like, I randomized Jacksonville and Titans and then do face up, and that's not gonna be pretty. Alright, here we go. First randomized team for away will be the Jets. Okay. It really depends on who goes up against the Jets. I mean, I really kind of don't really muchly care much about the Jets. Who will be at home will be the Chicago Bears. Oh, we're starting off a little bit with the low tier teams, but the Bears are supposed to be kind of doing good next season. If the Panthers play smart, they could get Bryce Young, which would be good. I will not be playing. I will do actually 4 minutes. 4 minutes on each quarter, so I don't have to take as long. Because I don't want the matches to take so long, you know? Like, I want to have enough for all the other ones.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Just off Lakeshore Drive.
Alright guys, I will be muting myself, so yeah, enjoy football Saturday, and I will be back when we randomize more teams.
To the NFL on EA Sports. With me as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go from Soldier Field. Takes it at the 7. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. And not only does he have all the skills that you're looking for as a quarterback, he's incredibly tough and plays the game fearlessly as both a runner and a passer. You provide a good running game around him and let him throw deep off of play action, you've got an all-star in the making. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
Doing any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 41, Fields. This pass on target, Velus Jones with it. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their quarterback who played his college ball at Western Kentucky. He was a Hilltopper. It's Mike White.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. White. Open man here is Conklin. Finding room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The play fake, now White. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
I don't care what sport you're playing, everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 38.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Now White. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling. Fields now to throw. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them the first down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they can at least attempt a kick before the half. And he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now the rookie's free. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Come on, time to play.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. But the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts in the first half of play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Fields. Claypool with another catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fields on 1st down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle. I got you, baby. You call it?
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Fields. Right side, Claypool's got it. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's showtime, baby. Who's gonna make a play?
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much, and welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. A nice little juke. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Hall again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
5 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. White looks to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's the Jets punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over." Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Fields. Going deep for Montgomery. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York ready to go again offensively. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And some room to roam now. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Zonovan Knight, 81 yards. And the Jets will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Chicago offense set to get started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know they wanted, you know they expected, they needed him to be sharp coming out after the half. Unfortunately, he's missed his first 3 throws. I wonder if he got out late and missed his warm-up time.
The whole team did come out a little bit later than usual. I don't know, maybe there's something to that.
Must have been a heck of a halftime speech.
They have maybe just trying to rally the troops back from this deficit. A great move by Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Bears on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Fields. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Looking to throw. Fields. Looking left sideline. Incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Fields. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Fields on third down. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Straight ahead is Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Hall again on second down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final kneel down here as it comes inside the 42nd mark, and that should be enough to put this one on ice.
Brendan, I can just tell you from experience, there's nothing like pitching a shutout on defense, but even more so when it's a tight game. I mean, when every defensive play is crucial and you don't give up any points, boy, they're going to feel awfully good about themselves after this one.
Yeah, exactly. The offense wasn't humming, but, hey, all they needed was, you can't score 1 point.
Alright guys, I am back here live, ladies and gentlemen. So the first game of football, Saturday, 14-0, Jets win. I'm sorry, but I did not see nothing in Justin Fields at all. only 9 completions and 17 attempts, which I guess was alright. He got 1 interception. Nothing really much happened there. Mike White was going 2 completions and 3 attempts. So, nice. Justin Fields get more amount of yards than Mike, but oh well. That was the first game of Football Saturday, and if y'all don't, yeah, again, I'm going to say this, but Football Saturday is that I decided to do. I don't know if anyone else did or not, hopefully not, but it's about where I select a random team, like, okay, this won't count, like this, you know, so, for first this time we'll do home. Who is home? The Miami Dolphins. Actually not pretty bad. Whoever's they're going up against next, we will see. Just saying the Panthers do not count because that was me showing all what I meant. And here we go. And who is away? Jacksonville Jaguars. Wow. It's the Battle of Florida. I'm really glad. Actually, we're going to probably get a decent football game here, ladies and gentlemen, in Football Saturday. We might do 1 or 2 more matches of this. Probably, I don't know. Alright, guys, I will be right back you again. We got freaking this going on. So, yeah, enjoy this one.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins, next on Madden Football.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Two teams on opposite ends of the Sunshine State. The Jags and Dolphins are underway. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
And when you watch him play, everything just looks like it comes so naturally to him. When he's dialed in and finds that zone, passes are crisp, he sees the field really well, and he takes charge as the leader of this offense.
Let's go, baby. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Here we go.
Throwing to start here is Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down. Well, Raheem Mostert, remember, he established himself as a special teams guy before becoming a good runner, and he's never been one to back away from contact as he's able to run through would-be tacklers there on his way downfield.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Tua now on first down. That's swung out to Mostert. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense. And now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's Foley Fatukasi into the backfield with ease and making the stick for a loss.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
I'm about to say something that seems really obvious, but you hate to see your kicker miss on the opening drive because now you're starting to wonder what goes through his head. Is that going to affect him the rest of the game? Is he going to be able to bounce back? You want to show confidence later? What's going to go on with him right out of the gate with a miss?
Yeah, a chance to grab the 3-0 lead here at home. Instead, we remain scoreless. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go play action with Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lawrence will throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression. And when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads. And able to come back and find him in open space, that's a really nice play.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On second down, Etienne once more. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. It's Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get them the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road. You're under the lights. National television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up second down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the gun, it's Tua. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Out route to Hill, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Three yards remain for 2nd down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Tua sets up to pass it. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's roll. Rock and roll.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. He's got it. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half,
They'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3, and take some momentum into the locker room. They'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Flushed out right. And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
How
think there's any other way to put it, but that was just simply deflating because you know they came out ready to go at halftime, right? Everyone motivating each other, wanting to get out there and get going. And that turnover absolutely saps your momentum. Now you're just shouting encouragement to your defense, hoping they can pick you up and give you another chance.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They go play action now. Lawrence. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. They'll roll him out right. And this one into the hands of Ingram downfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. First down marker at the 5. It's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Lawrence. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense, Charles, quite a performance. Not working on a shutout, but they have still yet to give up a touchdown as they come up with the interception there.
Well, we've seen this from them before because you can move the ball on them through the middle of the field. But once you get into the red zone, that's where they really clamp down. They come up with the interception there, but you know about this crew. They're playing modern defense, taking care of the red zone 3rd downs and getting after the quarterback.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's got some space here. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards the pickup there and also a 1st down.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his speed as far as he's concerned.
What are you saying? I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Tua. And his throw here's incomplete. How good has he been throwing the football, though? And despite that incompletion, that's just the 3rd time he's been off target this entire game.
And Brandon, I've been on the other side of this equation, trying to defend a guy who's been this hot, and it chips away at your confidence. And when you're not confident when you're trying to defend, it makes you slower to the football, and it leads to more completions for them.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll look to ETN to start things out. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lawrence will throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Lawrence. And he will slide down with a good gain. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2. Much more manageable.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Lawrence, he'll find ETN out of the backfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
First down now, but that clock rolling. From midfield now, Lawrence. Open man. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Able to avoid him. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. Room here to run. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. Down to an goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.